The air inside the MBC Media Center Public Hall in Seoul was thick with anticipation on the night of December 30th, 2025. The 2025 MBC Drama Awards had always been one of the most prestigious and emotionally charged events in the South Korean entertainment calendar, but this year, the atmosphere felt different. A tremor of something unspoken. A tension running beneath the elegant gowns and tailored suits. In every corner of the grand venue. It wasn't just about the awards anymore. It was about the unconfirmed love story that had captivated millions. Yoona, the ever-radiant Girls' Generation member and one of the most beloved actresses of her generation. Onto the red carpet with effortless poise. Dressed in an ethereal white gown that shimmered like frost under the spotlight. She offered her signature smile to the cameras and bowed gracefully to her fans. Only a few moments later, Jun-ho, the charismatic 2PM member turned award-winning actor, followed. Clad in a classic black tuxedo that accentuated his commanding presence. He waved with a polite calm. His eyes betraying a hint of something deeper, nerves, maybe. Or perhaps resolution. The crowd watching from the sidelines and across television screens around the world collectively held their breath. For nearly 2 years, the chemistry between Yoona and Jun-ho had been the centerpiece of endless speculation. Ever since their shared appearance in the 2023 smash hit romantic comedy King the Land. Fans had refused to believe that their sparkling on-screen connection was simply acting. There were rumors, denials, fleeting photos, and always a lingering what if. Tonight, under the glittering chandeliers of MBC's hallowed hall, everything was about to change. Inside the auditorium, the ceremony proceeded with a usual blend of celebration and formality. Yoona was nominated for the Top Excellence Award for her performance in Miracle of You, while Jun-ho was a favorite to win the same category for his work in Shadows of the Past. As their names were read aloud throughout the evening, the camera often cut to their expressions. Yoona clapped supportively for others, her graceful demeanor never slipping. Jun-ho sat with a quiet intensity, eyes occasionally flicking toward the stage, and toward Yoona. Several rows ahead, it was after the third musical performance. A brief intermission. That murmur started to ripple across social media. Fans posted clips of Yoona and Jun-ho stealing glances at each other. The hashtag #JunYoona trended globally within an hour. Dispatch reporters in the press room whispered that something major was coming. Even veteran entertainment journalists couldn't deny the sudden shift in tone, a palpable expectancy for a reveal. And then, the moment came. Were announced as co-presenters for the Daesang Grand Prize, the final and most anticipated award of the night. Gasps erupted in the audience. Walked on stage together to thunderous applause. Hands brushing as they approached the podium. They looked at each other and smiled, not the polite kind reserved for public functions. Something softer, more real. Jun-ho took a deep breath and began speaking. It's been a year of many blessings, he said. Voice steady but filled with emotion. And I've been lucky to share some unforgettable moments on and off screen. He paused. The hall falling completely silent. Tonight. Speak honestly. Not just as an actor, but as a man. He turned toward Yoona. The camera panned in. The world froze. We've shared laughter, challenges, long nights on set, and moments that felt more real than fiction. It started as friendship and professional admiration has grown into something deeper. Yoona is someone I cherish and love with all my heart. A collective gasp surged through the crowd. Camera caught several actors in the audience covering their mouths in shock. Some clapped. Others simply stared. Her hands lightly gripping the microphone, smiled gently. Her voice was serene but purposeful. Never expected this moment to arrive in this way. She began. But sometimes, life writes a script better than any drama. She looked directly into Jun-ho's eyes. Yes, we've come to care for each other deeply. And today, we want to share this truth with all of you. It was like time stood still. The hall erupted into applause. Louder and more emotionally charged than any standing ovation of the night. Some fans sobbed openly. Camera flashes exploded in rapid succession. In the front row, Yoona's Girls' Generation bandmate Soo-young wiped away tears, while 2PM's Chansung nodded solemnly with a half-smile. Internet went into meltdown. Within minutes, the headlines were everywhere. Yoona and Jun-ho officially confirm relationship at MBC Drama Awards. K-drama becomes reality. Yoona and Jun-ho's love is real. Breaking, SM and JYP stars declare love on live TV. Backstage, the scene was chaotic. Reporters clamored for statements. Managers were hounded. And phones rang non-stop. Within an hour, agencies released official statements. SM Entertainment, representing Yoona, said, after a long friendship and successful collaboration, Yoona and Lee Jun-ho have recently begun a romantic relationship. They ask for your continued support and understanding. Entertainment, speaking on behalf of Jun-ho, followed with, they've grown close over the years, and with mutual respect and affection, have started seeing each other seriously. Continue to support them warmly. The confirmations only solidified what fans had long suspected. But no one expected the confession to come so directly, and so fearlessly. In an industry where secrecy often overshadows sincerity, the decision by two of South Korea's most cherished stars to speak their truth, hand in hand, was nothing short of revolutionary. What made the moment even more poignant was the history behind it. For over a decade, Yoona had reigned as Korea's nation's sweetheart. Her image carefully protected by SM Entertainment. Public relationships were rare and often discouraged. Lee Jun-ho, on the other hand, had meticulously rebuilt his image post-military. His idol persona to emerge as a respected actor. Supported firmly by JYP Entertainment. For both stars, this announcement wasn't just personal, it was professional risk. Laid bare before millions. The authenticity of the moment could not be denied. There was no media leak. No paparazzi ambush. Dispatch expose. It was simply two people in love, choosing to speak on their own terms. In the hours that followed, fans across the globe celebrated. Hashtags like Yoona Jun-ho love, K-drama couple in real life, and royal confession trended in multiple countries. International news outlets picked up the story. TikTok was flooded with emotional edits of their best scenes from King the Land, paired with clips of the confession at the MBC stage. Memes, reactions, and fan art poured in with overwhelming positivity. Fellow celebrities chimed in. Girls' Generation's leader Taeyeon posted a photo of the two on her Instagram story with the caption, "Real love always finds a way." Jun-ho's bandmate Nichkhun tweeted, "Our Jun-ho finally found his queen. Let's go." The director of King the Land issued a brief statement, saying, "They brought the story to life on screen. Now they're writing their own. I couldn't be happier for them." Though many assumed their relationship had begun during the filming of King the Land, insiders revealed that their closeness deepened significantly afterward. A senior staff member from the drama's production anonymously shared, "They were always respectful, but you could feel something growing. Care of each other on set in quiet, beautiful ways." As the clock ticked past midnight and the awards ceremony gave way to afterparties and interviews, one thing was clear: this wasn't a fleeting headline. This was the beginning of something lasting. For Yoona and Lee Jun-ho, the choice to go public wasn't a publicity stunt or a calculated move. It was a moment of courage. A declaration. Claiming of each other in front of an entire nation, and a global audience that had waited breathlessly for the truth. And in that historic moment on stage, they weren't just two stars. They were two hearts choosing each other, openly and unapologetically.